Multiple choice questions on kinematics of rectilinear motion, part 2, question 21. The velocity time relation of an electron starting from rest is given by v equal to kt, where k is equal to 2 meters per second. The distance traveled in first 3 seconds is. So equation for v is given, v equals to kt. If we'll put value of k equal to 2, the equation will become v equal to 2t. Now already we know that v is nothing but dx by dt. So v is ds by dt, which is equal to 2t. If we'll integrate this equation, it will become integration of ds equal to integration of 2t dt. Finally, integration of ds will be s is equal to 2. Integration of t will be t square by 2, or we get s is equal to t square. So we got equation of s equal to t square. Now here the limits are given. So limits for the integration were from 0 to s, and 0 time limits are 0 to 3. If we'll put these limits 0 and 3, so here we can put the values of 3 in the bracket. So it will finally become 3 square minus 0 square equal to 9. Therefore, distance traveled from 0 to 3 seconds will be 9 meters. So from the 4 options, if we'll see option A, that is our correct solution. Question 22. A particle starts from origin and moves along x-axis such that velocity at any instant is given by 4t cube minus 2t, where t is in second and velocity is in meter per second. What is the acceleration of a particle when it is at 2 meters from origin? So final acceleration is asked when value of x is given, that is 2 meters. So first given is v. Velocity is given 4t cube minus 2t. Now velocity is nothing but dx by dt. So if we integrate this equation, we'll get the equation in terms of x. So on integrating dx, and here it is 4t cube minus 2t dt. So on integrating, integration of dx will become equal to x integration of this 4 t raised to 4 upon 4 minus 2t square by 2. This is our integration. So here we'll cancel this 2, this 4, and finally we'll get x equal to t raised to 4 minus t square. At x equals to 2 meter, our condition is asked. For x equal to 2 meter, this equation becomes 2 equal to 2 raised to 4 minus t square, or finally equation can be t raised to 4 minus t square minus 2 equal to 0. If we'll assume t square equal to x, this equation can be, this t raised to 4 is nothing but square of t square. So here instead of t raised to 4, now I will put this substitute x square. This t square can be written as just x minus 2 equal to 0. This is second order quadratic equation in terms of x. Finally, solving this, we will get value of x. X is nothing but t square. There are two values. So the two values are 2 and minus 1. Out of that, 2 is the correct answer. So t square is coming equal to 2, or taking the root, finally t is equal to root 2 second. So here we have found out the time. Now we'll know that equation for velocity is 4t cube minus 2t. If we'll differentiate with respect to time, we get acceleration. Acceleration is dv by dt, and its differentiation will be 4 into 3 t square minus 2. We'll put value of this t over here. It will become 4 into 3 into value of t has came to be root 2 its square minus 2. And solving this, we get the answer equal to 22 meter per second square. This is our value of acceleration. If we'll observe these 4 options, out of that option C is correct. It is acceleration after distance x equal to 2 meters is 22 meters per second square. Now we'll see question 23. if a velocity of a car is increased by 20%, the minimum distance in which it has to be stopped increases by, means finally the car is going to come to rest, means final velocity will be 0. So here we'll use the kinematical equation v square equal to u square plus 2as. So initially this velocity, we are assuming final velocity is coming to be 0, is equal to u square. Again here this car is finally come to rest, means acceleration a has to be taken negative. So 2 into minus a s1. Initially when velocity was u, the car will come after traveling for distance s1. So here our finally equation in terms of s1 will become, if we'll solve this equation in terms of s1 will become equal to u square upon 2a. Now here velocity increased by, initial velocity increased by 20%, means initially when velocity was u, now it has become 1.2 u. So again we'll use the equation, this kinematical equation. Again final velocity has to be remain 0, equals to, instead of u square, now we have to put 1.2 u bracket square plus 2 into minus a s2, or s2 is equal to 1.2 u bracket square upon 2a. So 1.2 is nothing but, its square is nothing but 1.44 u square as it is upon 2a. If we'll observe this, u square upon 2a is nothing but s1. Therefore now our s2 is 1.44 s1. If we are saying s2 is 1.44 s1, it is nothing but, it is 44 times more than s1, 41 times more than s1. So it will cover distance 44% more than s1. So out of this 4 option, option A is correct. Now question 24. Spotting a police car, you brake from a speed of 100 km per hour to a speed of 80 km per hour during a displacement of 88 meters at a constant acceleration. What is that constant acceleration? Acceleration means it is in fact going to be deceleration, value should come negative. Initially velocity was 100 km per hour, converting into meter per second, multiply by 5 by 18, it comes to be 27.78 meter per second. Final velocity v is also 80 km per hour, means 80 into 5 by 18. So final velocity comes to be 22.22 meter per second. Again we know that distance s, it has traveled by distance s equals to 88 meter. Now we'll use our third kinematical equation, v square equal to u square plus 2as. What is final velocity? Final velocity is 22.22 square. Initial velocity is 27.78 square plus 2 into a into s is 88. Solving this we get value of e, and acceleration value comes to be negative, and it comes to be minus 1.58. Unit should be meter per second square. So out of that 4 options, if we'll see option C, minus 1. Option C is correct, minus 1.58 meter per second square. So for 24, option C is correct. Now question 25. A bullet emerges from a barrel of length 1.2 meter with a speed of 640 meters per second. Assuming constant acceleration, the approximate time that it spends in the barrel after gun is fired is. So here we will use our kinematical equation, v square equal to u square plus 2as. Here I write down, we'll use the first kinematical equation, v square equal to u square plus 2as. This is our kinematical equation. Now here, what is velocity? Velocity is 640. So 640 square. Initially we are assumed that initial velocity is 0 plus 2 into A into S. What is the length of the barrel? It is 1.2. So 2 into A into 1.2. So finally, value of A, it can be written as equal to, instead of simplifying, we'll write down as it is 640 square upon 2 into 1.2. We'll keep it as it is. This is equation 1. Now we write down the equation for displacement. S equal to ut plus 1 half at square. So distance travel is 1.2. Initially our velocity is assumed to be 0 and time t is equal to t plus 1 half. Value of A, it has came to be 640 square upon 2 into 1.2 into t square. So here now our simplified equation is 1.2 equal to 1 half into 640 square upon 2 into 1.2 into t square. So here finally by solving we get value of t equal to 3.75 into 10 raised to minus 3 second, or we can say 3.75 millisecond. 3.75 can be taken the round off as 4 milliseconds. Our answer is 4 millisecond. If we'll observe the 4 options, option A 4 millisecond is our correct answer. Now question 26. A particle moves from P to Q covered 10 meters and returns along from Q to R covering 6 meter. The displacement and distance traveled is. So here we'll see that suppose it travels from P to Q covered 10 meter. Again it returns, means goes back from Q to R and covers 6 meter. First ask is displacement. Displacement is a change in position from P to R. What is this change in position? So displacement is change in position and it can be written as PQ minus QR, or we can say 10 minus 6 equal to 4 meter. Means we want to find out what is the change between P and R position. It is 4 meter. And distance travel is the length of path. And it is simply PQ plus QR. It is 10 plus 6 equal to 16 meter. So now out of the 4 options for question 26, if we'll see displacement, it is 16 meter and displacement is 4 meter and distance travel is 16 meter. So option A is correct. This is distance, this is distance and this is displacement. Question 27. A train moving with a constant acceleration travels 24 meters during the 10th second and 18 meters during the 12th second. What is its initial velocity? So here we know that for displacement in nth second, our formula is Sn equal to u plus a by 2 into 2n minus 1. Now for displacement in 10th second, so displacement in 10th second is when n is equal to 10, our Sn is equal to 24 equal to u plus a by 2 into 2 into 10 minus 1. So from here our equation becomes 24 equal to u plus 9.5 a. We will say that this is the equation 1. Now for n equal to 12 seconds. So our distance traveled is 18 meter. 18 equal to u plus a by 2 into 2 into 12 minus 1. This equation becomes 18 equal to u plus 11.5 a. This is equation 2. Now if we will observe equation 1 and equation 2, these are the two simultaneous equations having unknown u and a. So solving 1 and 2. So here we can write down in this way, u plus 9.5 a equal to 24 and u plus 11.5 a equal to 18. If we will solve these two equations, we get value of u comes to be 52.5 meter per second. Also we are getting value of acceleration, which comes to be minus 3 meter per second square. But it is asked to find out his initial velocity, and initial velocity is 52.5. So here for question 27, option B is correct. Now question 28. A ball kicked vertically up attains a height of 19.6 meter and returns to the point of throw. If the ball is in air for 4 seconds, then value of acceleration due to gravity is. Now total time required by the ball to remain in the air is 4 seconds. Means half time is taken by a ball to go up, and remaining half time, means remaining 2 seconds, is taken by a ball to come down. So if we'll draw the diagram, from point A to B, time taken by the ball to reach here was 2 seconds, and another 2 seconds was the time required by the ball to come down. So here initially ball was thrown with certain velocity, initial velocity, then finally this velocity became here 0. Again ball started moving down and it reached over here with certain velocity. If we'll see the journey of ball, downward journey of ball from B to E, if we'll see the downward journey, that is from B to A, here distance traveled will be S equals to minus H. It is a downward journey because final position is below the initial position. Minus H equals to minus 19.6 meter. We are using second kinematical equation, S equal to ut plus 1 half at square. S has to be taken equal to minus H equal to u. From point B, initially ball was at rest condition, and slowly it started increasing its velocity and reached point A, starting point, with final velocity. So initially at point B velocity is 0 minus 1 half into A into t square. So here it is minus H. Simplifying this equation, we get equation in terms of t equal to under root 2h upon g. This we have found out the equation in terms of t. Now we'll put the value of time. From B to A, time required is 2. During this time, the distance travel is equal to 19.6, and g is asked, is what is the value of acceleration. So by simplifying, we get value of g equal to 9.8 meter per second square. So option B is correct. Question 29. A stone is allowed to fall from a tower 100 meter high. At the same time, another stone is projected vertically upward from the ground with a velocity of 25 meter per second. The two stones will meet after. So the time required by the stone to reach the meeting point is asked. Suppose we will take example of this tower. From point A, a stone is dropped. So here its velocity, initial velocity is 0. Suppose we'll assume this is the meeting point. It travels distance h to reach the meeting point. At point B, another stone is thrown, and it is thrown with initial velocity ub. It is given, it is 25. It will reach the meeting point by traveling distance. Total height of tower is 100. So it will travel distance 100 minus h to meet the meeting point. So here for stone A, we know the formula S equal to ut plus 1 half at square. So here S is minus h. Initially its velocity is 0 into t minus 1 half into g into t square. This equation becomes h equals to 0.5 g t square. We will call it as equation 1. Now for stone 2, or we can say stone B, again we will use the same second kinematical equation. Here distance traveled is now positive 100 minus h equal to initial velocity is 25 into t minus 1 half into gt square. We will put value of h in this equation. It becomes 100 minus 0.5 gt square equal to 25 into t minus this 1 half gt square becomes minus 0.5 gt square. This 0.5 gt square, this 0.5 gt square gets cancel. Finally, value of t comes to be 4 seconds. So here the stone will meet after 4 seconds. So at meeting point, the required time required is 4 seconds. So out of these 4 options, option A is correct. Now question 30. A ball is thrown straight upward with a speed v from a height h above the ground. The time taken by the ball to strike the ground is given by. So here ball is at this tower of height h. From A, it is thrown upward and again it come back to point B. Here it is thrown with initial velocity u equal to v. So here we have to find out what is the time from A to B. We have to find out what is the time required. So here we use the second kinematical equation. Second kinematical equation is S equal to ut plus 1/2 at square. Here second point, since point B is below point A, we have to take this height as minus h equal to initial velocity u is given v t, and since we are talking about motion in vertical direction, since A becomes minus g, so here equation is minus 1/2 gt square. This equation has to be used to find out value of time. So out of the 4 equations, if we'll see option A, that is our solution, minus h equal to vt minus 1/2 gt square is used to find out by time required by the ball to travel from A to B. Now we'll see question 31. A body falling freely from rest has a velocity v. After it falls through distance h, the distance it has to fall down further for its velocity to become double is. So here we'll draw a diagram. Initially at point A, the velocity u is 0. Then it reaches at point B by traveling distance h. Here velocity becomes v. How much distance it has to travel further to reach point C so that its velocity becomes 2v, that s is asked. So from A to B, if we use the third kinematical equation, it is v square equal to u square plus 2as. We are considering motion under gravity, so acceleration has to be taken as minus g. So here we are talking at final velocity is v square equal to initial velocity u square is 0 minus 2 into g. Now here s is, since b is below a, it is minus h. So this equation becomes v square equal to this minus becomes plus 2gh. This is equation 1. Now we'll see journey from B to C. From B to C, initial velocity at B is v, final velocity at v is 2v. So our equation v square equal to u square plus 2as becomes, v square is final velocity at C is 2v. So it is 2v bracket square equal to u square, initial velocity is v, its bracket square, minus 2 into g, and here h is nothing but minus s. So if you expand, this becomes 4v square equal to v square minus plus 2gh. This v square taken towards the left, it becomes 3v square equal to 2gs. We have to find out value of s. Again we will put value of v square equal to 2gh equal to 2gs. So this 2g gets cancelled, therefore s becomes equal to 3 times h. This is our solution. So out of the 4 options, if we'll see option C, that is our distance s to travel from B to C is 3 times h. Now question 32. A stone falls from a balloon that is descending at a uniform rate of 12 meter per second. The displacement of the stone from point of release after 10 seconds is. Now here we have to use second condition kinematical equation, s equal to ut plus 1 half at square. This is a special condition. Now here we are saying balloon is descending and stone is also thrown in the downward direction. Balloon travels in downward direction, the stone also travels in the same direction. So here value of S has to be taken as positive. Value of U, initial velocity. So initially balloon was descending by 12. So here 12 will be the time. And 12 is the initial velocity. Time t is 10 seconds. Here plus 2 into. Now A has to be taken positive 9.81 because the balloon and stone, they are both traveling in the direction of gravity. So we have to take plus G plus 9.81 into t square. It is a 10 square. By solving this we get value of S equal to 610 meter. So this is the value of displacement or displacement of the stone from 10 second time. So here option B is correct, 610 meters. Now question 33. A ball is thrown vertically upwards from surface of the earth with a speed of 18 kilometers per hour. If g equals to 10 meter per second square, then maximum height attained by the ball is. So to find out maximum height attained by the ball. So here we can use our direct formula for final velocity when ball is traveling in vertical direction. So for motion under gravity, v can be taken equal to v equal to under root 2gh. Velocity is given 18. It is in kilometer per hour, so we'll convert into meter per second. So multiply by 5 by 18 equal to 2 into value of g is given into h. So here maximum height h is asked. So by solving this we get value of h equal to 1.25 meter. So here out of the 4 options, option A is correct. Now question 34. A stone thrown vertically upwards attained a maximum height of 45 meter. In what time the velocity of stone becomes equal to 1/2 the velocity of throw? So here stone is thrown with initial velocity u. Then finally it will reach the maximum height, velocity becomes equal to 0. So at what height the velocity has become half of the initial velocity? That is asked. This total height is equal to 45 meters. So from journey from A to B, for journey from A to B, if we use our third kinematical equation, v square equal to u square minus 2gs. V square final velocity at B is equal to 0. Initial velocity u is written as it is 2 into g is 9.81. Distance between A and B is 45. By solving this we get value of u equal to 29.71 meter per second square. Sorry, meter per second. Means initially at A velocity was 29.71 meter per second. At C its velocity has become half. So at C velocity has become 29.71 by 2. So if we'll consider journey from A to C, at C velocity has become half, means final velocity has become half of the initial velocity. If we use our first kinematical equation, v equal to u minus gt, this velocity has become half of the initial, means it has become 29.71 by 2. Initial velocity is nothing but 29.71. G is taken equal to 9.81. And what is the time required to reach from A to C, where velocity has become half of the initial velocity? So this time t required comes to be, by solving this, it comes to be 1.5 seconds. So out of the 4 options, option B is correct. Now question 35. Balloon is at a height of 81 meter and is ascending upwards with a velocity of 12 meter per second. A body of 2 kg weight is dropped from it. If g equal to 10 meter per second square, the body will reach the surface of the earth in. So here balloon is ascending upward and the body is thrown, it moving downward. So here if we'll draw the figure, this balloon is moving upward with 12 meter per second, whereas body is thrown and it travels 81 meters to reach the ground. So here we are talking about body. So for body, not about the balloon. So for body, we will use our second kinematical equation, S equal to ut minus 1 half gt square. Here we have to take minus. Distance travel will be again minus 81, because balloon travels upward and body is moving downward. They both are traveling opposite direction. So displacement is minus 81. Initial velocity u is 12t minus 1 half into value of g is given 10 into t square. So here equation becomes minus 81 equal to 12t minus 5t square. Rearranging, 5t square minus 12t minus 81 equal to 0. We get two value of t equal to 5.4 or minus 3. Out of that, t is equal to 5.4 seconds. This is our answer. So for question 35, option C is correct. Now question 36. With what velocity a stone should be projected vertically upward so that distance covered in 5th second is twice the distance covered in 6th second? For displacement in nth second, we are generally using formula Sn equal to u plus a by 2 in bracket 2n minus 1. Now here it is said that displacement in 5th second is twice the displacement in 6th second. Now displacement in 5th second can be written as u minus acceleration is taken as minus g, 2 into 5 minus 1 equal to 2 into u minus g by 2 in bracket 2 into 6 minus 1 bracket complete. Solving it further, u minus 4.5 g equal to 2u minus 11g. Again here simplifying it further, putting value of u, putting value of g, 4.5, value of g is 10 equal to 2u minus 11 into t. Solving this, finally we get value of u equal to 65 unit is meter per second. So out of the 4 options, option C is correct. So the initial velocity of the projection should be 65 meters per second.